ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो नमः, ऋषिभ्यो नमः, मुनिभ्यो नमः, गुरुभ्यो नमः, ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नमः, नदीनदेभ्यो नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादृशुभ्यो त्र्यादृशुभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो नमः। आदित्यादिनवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः। दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमः। ॐ दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमो नमः। Let us salute the Lord, the entire Bhagavatacharya Parampara, Bhagavata Bhakta Parampara, Bhagavata Avatara Parampara, and all our own Guru Parampara. And invoke special blessings of Lord Krishna to ask him to bless us with the complete understanding of whatever the teachings he is giving us through this Bhagavatam, and also his teachings of Gita and his own teachings through all the Vedas and Upanishads. Today is one of the very auspicious days of a year, that is Akshaya Tritiya, the only day which has so many significant historical spiritual happenings happening on one day. Today is the day where Ganga Maya came and touched the earth. After this terrible Adbhuta Tapasya by the entire, the Sagara and Sagara Maharaja Santati and Sagara, Dilipa, Amshuman, all of them, finally the Bhagirathas Prayatnam becomes successful. He does one tapasya for Ganga to come, second tapasya for Bhagavan Shiva to withhold Ganga Maya, who is coming from heavens with such a force. Om Shri Ganga Matre Namaha. Om Shri Ganga Matre Namaha. Om Shri Ganga Matre Namaha. Let us remember Mother Ganges and find mind mentally in the mind. Go and have wonderful dip in that mother. Starting from Gomukham, then at Gangotri, then at, let us say, Uttarakashi, then we can say at Keshav Prayag, Vishnu Prayag, then Nanda Prayag, then Rudra Prayag, then the Deva Prayag, and also there at Sona Prayag, and finally all of them merging at Dev Prayag, and we can imagine our wonderful bath at the Prayagraj itself. And then may we go along with Mother Ganges all through our journey till We, along with mother like mother, she merges in ocean. We also merge in our own Paramatatva, Brahmatattva, Atmatattva. देवी सुरेश्वरि भगवति गंगे त्रिभुवन तारिणि तरल तरंगे शंकर मौलि विहारिणि विमले मम मतिरास्तां तव पद कमले भागीरथि सुखदायिनि मात तव जल महिमा निगमे ख्यात नाहं जाने तव महिमानं पाहि कृपामयि मामज्ञानम्. Today also is the day where the Treta Yuga has begun, Sri Rama Avatara Yuga. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Today is the day where Bhagavan Krishna is approached by his Balya Mitra Sudhama, and how Bhagavan has shown his Balya Mitra Prema as well as his respect, reverence to the Brahmanottama. How he blessed him with everything. So remember, Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Om Sri Sudhamaya Namaha. Today is the day where Bhagavan Vedavyasa started dictating Sriman Mahabharata Itihasa to Sri Ganesha Bhagavan in that Vyasa Gufa. Beyond that, in that Badrinath, near that Saraswati river, Managaon. So you can remember Mahabharatam today. Also Ganapati, Om Ganapati Namaha. Also Sri Vedavyasa Bhagavan. So we can even chant that mantra of Gita Dhyanam in which the Mahabharata's glory is mentioned. पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे. So Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Paradvamsi Bharata Pankajamo Naha Shreyase Bhuyatu. Parasharya Vachas Sarojam, which has come out. This is Mahabharata is compared here with a beautiful lotus, which has come out of the river of the mouth of the Parashara Putra, that is Vedavyasa. Parasharya Vachas Sarojam Amalam Gita Artha Gandha Utkatam. The Gita Artha meaning of Gita is the fragrance of this lotus. Then Nanakyanaka Kesaram. So many stories are the Kesaras of this lotus. Harikota Sambodhana Bodhitam, where Harikatas are there, Sambodhanas are Bodhitam. Then Bodhas are there. Then Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikata Sambodhana Bodha Loke in the world Sajjana Shatpadaihi. By the Shatpadis, the Brahmaras, the honeybees called as Sajjana, Aharaha Pepiya Manam Muda. Those who drink that Makaranda of this Mahabharata, like Shatpada, those great Sajjanas. Such Pankajam, such Mahabharata Pankajam, Nahashreyase Bhuyat, give the Shreyas to all of us. And our fortune from last month or so, in Telugu, we are studying one aspect of Mahabharatam called as Vishnu Sahasranama with Adi Shankara Bhashyam, other aspect story of Mahabharatam called Vidura Niti. So that way, we are in touch with Mahabharatam, Gita chanting, all of them are luckily going on. Today is the day where Bhagavan Surya has given the Akshaya Patra to the Pandavas during their incognito period of one day. So where one full food comes at once, whichever amount is required. So every day Draupadi ji used to invoke Lord Krishna. Then from the food, the sufficient food comes from the patra, and that is given to Pandavas. And after she eats, thereafter there no more food for that day. So that's some rules. That's so. And you know all that story of Durvasa coming. And then she has eaten by that time. Now no food will come. Durvasa will just say, I am Atiti, you have to give me food. He is a different type. Now what to do? She again remembers Krishna that time. Bhagavan Krishna comes. Then she says, this is a problem. And he says, कोई है तो दो थोड़ा सा मैं खाता हूँ. Then nothing is there. We ate and we washed the patra. just to see in the in that Akshaya Patra, one small either grain or some sabji ka tukda still remains. There's no sufficient water, or she did not wash, or how can we think in such a low level? It is Bhagwan's plan only. This much of tukda of the khana is there. Bhagavan Krishna eats that. Then that fills the stomach of all the Durvasa, along with him thousands of whatever the Brahmana Rishi came. So sab aate hain nahakar, thank you for good food. They do namaskar and go. Otherwise, such a terrible, terrible curse he would have given to the Pandavas and Draupadi who are already suffering there. So that's how Bhagavan gave Akshaya Patra to them today. And we also must have that Akshaya Patra in terms of our own self-sufficiency for livelihood. So to let the Akshaya Patra of wisdom, Jnanam, called as the Shastras, be always with us by the grace of Lord. And today is the day where Lord Shiva gave Kubera that pada of Dhanapati. Om Shri Kuberaya Namaha. Today is the day Annapurna's arrival. They say Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Pranavallabhe Jnana Vairagya Siddhartham Viksham Devicha Parvati Nityanandakari Varavayakari Saundarya Ratnakari Nirtuta Kila Gora Papanikari Pratyaksha Maheshwari Pralecha Yasala Vamsha Pavanakari Kashi Puradishwari Viksham Dehi Kurvavalambanakari Mata Annapurneshwari. Today is the day Mother Draupadi is protected by Lord Krishna by taking that Vastra Avataram. And today is the day where Bhagavan Sri Krishna Charana Darshanam starts in Vrindavan. He is brought outside and kept for next 4 months till one of the day in the August. I don't remember right now. So Om Sri Banke Vihari Lala Ki Jai. And today is the day where the Ratha preparation in Jagannath Ratha Yatra, Orissa, it starts. Om Shri Jagannath Bhagavan Ki Jai. चारों धाम कवाट आज ही खुलता है. Closing is different. All four don't get closed at the same time, but opening is done. And many other beautiful Mandira Darshana starts from today in a special way. So Om Shri Badri Dham Ki Jai, Badri Narayana Bhagavan Ki Jai, Kedarnath Dham Ki Jai, Kedareshwar Bhagavan Ki Jai, Ganga Maya Ki Jai, Gangotri Dham Ki Jai, Yamuna Maharani Ki Jai, Yamunotri Dham Ki Jai. So many beautiful dhamas today, they're all opened. And today also, so many beautiful things that are there. One of the beautiful days, the day of Bhagavan Adi Shankara, giving that Kanakadhara Stotram or chanting that Kanakadhara Stotram, by which Mother Mahalakshmi does the dhara of the Kanaka in that house or the hutment of that old women who offered only one amla to Lord Shankara, Bhagavan Adi Shankara, when he went for the Bhiksha. We have seen that beautiful house. We sat outside for some half an hour. We did a chanting also of Kanakadhara Stotram there. So today we will chant only the first 5 mantras. You can do the remaining chanting at home because it will take time. We have to do a lot of things. It won't take hardly more than 6-7 minutes. So if you permit me, then I'll do it in a quicker manner. And pray to Lord Adi Shankara and also Mother Mahalakshmi, not only to bless we people with all the outer wells, more importantly, may we be blessed with inner wells of Sattva Gunam, inner wells of the Divya Gunam, inner wells of the Manushi Gunams, inner wealth of all the Shamadama, Uvarama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, inner wealth of the, the Bhakti, inner wealth of the true wisdom about the truth. So may we all be blessed with this wealth. May we ask Mother Mahalakshmi, she can give us, and also Bhagavan Adi Shankara. So just feel it for some time. Om Adashri Adi Shankaracharya Virajita Kanakadhara Stotram Om Om Vande Vandaru Mandaram Indirananda Kandalam Amandananda Sandoha Bandhuram Sindhurananam Om Angam Hare Pulakabhushanamashrayanti भृङ्गाङ्गनेव मुकुलाभरणं तमालम् अङ्गीकृता किल विभूतिरपाङ्गलीला माङ्गल्यदास्तु मम मङ्गलदेवतायाः मुग्धा मुहुर्विदधति वदने मुरारेः प्रेमत्रवा प्रणिहितानि गतागतानि मालादृशोर्मधुकरीव महोत्पलेया सा मे श्रियं दिशतु सागरसम्भवायाः विश्वामरेन्द्रपदविभ्रमदानदक्षम् आनन्दहेतुरधिकं मुरविद्विषोऽपि ईशन्यशीदतु मयि क्षणमीक्षणार्धम् इन्दिवरोदरसहोदरमिन्दिरायाः आमीलिताक्षमधिगम्य मुदा मुकुन्दम् आनन्दकन्दमनिमेषमनङ्गतन्त्रम् आकेकरस्थितकनीनिकपक्ष्मनेत्रम् भूत्यै भवेन्मम भुजङ्गशयाङ्गनायाः काळाम्बुदालिललितो रसिकैटभारेः धाराधरे स्फुरतया तडिदङ्गनेव मातुः समस्तजगतां महनीयमूर्तिः भद्राणि मे दिशतु भार्गवनन्दनायाः बाह्वन्तरे मुरजितश्रितकौस्तुभेया हारावलीव हरिनीलमये विभाति कामप्रदा भगवतो विकटाक्षमाला कल्याणमावहतु मे कमलालयायाः प्राप्तं पदं प्रथमतः खलु यत्प्रभावात् माङ्गल्यभाजिमधुमाथिनि मन्मतेन मय्यापतेत्तिहमन्तरमीक्षणार्धं मन्दालसञ्चमकरालय कन्यकायाः दद्याद्दयानुपवनो द्रविणाम्बुधाराम् अस्मिन्न किञ्चन विहङ्गशिशौ विषण्णे दुष्कर्मकर्ममपनीय चिराय दूरं नारायणप्रणयिनीनयनाम्बुवाहः इष्टाविशिष्टमतयोऽपि यया दयार्द्र दृष्ट्या स्त्रिविष्टपदं सुलभं लभन्ते दृष्टिः प्रहृष्टकमलोदरदीप्तिरिष्टां पुष्टिं कृषिष्ट मम पुष्करविष्ठरायाः गीर्देवतेति गरुडध्वजसुन्दरीति शाकम्भरीति शशिशेखरवल्लभेति सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयकेलिषु संस्थितायै तस्यै नमस्त्रिभुवनैकगुरोस्तरुण्यै श्रुत्यै नमोऽस्तु शुभकर्मफलप्रसूत्यै रत्यै नमोऽस्तु रमणीयगुणार्णवायै शक्त्यै नमोऽस्तु शतपत्रनिकेतनायै पुष्ट्यै नमोऽस्तु पुरुषोत्तमवल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु नालीकनिभाननायै नमोऽस्तु दुग्धोदधिजन्मभूम्यै नमोऽस्तु सोमामृतसोदरायै नमोऽस्तु नारायणवल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु हेमाम्बुजपीठिकायै नमोऽस्तु भूमण्डलनायिकायै नमोऽस्तु देवादिदयापरायै नमोऽस्तु शार्ङ्गायुधवल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु देव्यै भृगुनन्दनायै नमोऽस्तु विष्णोरुरसस्थितायै नमोऽस्तु लक्ष्म्यै कमलालयायै नमोऽस्तु दामोदरवल्लभायै नमोऽस्तु कान्त्यै कमलेक्षणायै नमोऽस्तु भूत्यै भुवनप्रसूत्यै नमोऽस्तु देवादिभिरर्चितायै नमोऽस्तु नन्दात्मजवल्लभायै सम्पत्कराणि सकलेन्द्रियनन्दनानि साम्राज्यदानविभवानि सरोरुहाक्षि त्वद्वीक्षितानि दुरितारणोद्यतानि मामेव मातरनिशं कलयन्तु मान्ये यत्कटाक्षसमुपासनाविधिः सेवकस्य सकलार्थसम्पदः सन्तनोति वचनाङ्गमानसैः त्वां मुरारिहृदयेश्वरीं भजे सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते धवळतमां शुकगन्धमाल्यशोभे भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनबोधिकरि प्रसीद मह्यं दिग्गस्तिभिक्कनककुम्भमुखावसृष्ट स्वर्वाहिनी विमलचारुजलाप्लुताङ्गीं प्रातर्नमामि जगतां जननीमशेष लोकाधिनाथगृहिणीम् अमृताब्धिपुत्रीं कमले कमलाक्षवल्लभे त्वं करुणापूरतरङ्गितैरपाङ्गैः अवलोकय मामकिञ्चनानां प्रथमं पात्रमकृत्रिमं दयायाः बिल्वाटवीमद्र मध्यलसत्सरोजे सहस्रपत्रे सुखसन्निविष्टाम् अष्टापदाम्भोरुहपाणिपद्मां सुवर्णवर्णां प्रणमामि लक्ष्मीं कमलासनपाणिना ललाटे लिखितामक्षरपङ्क्तिमस्य जन्तोः परिमार्जय मातरं घृणाते धनिकद्वारनिवासदुःखदोग्ध्रीम् अम्भोरुहं जन्मगृहं भवत्याः वक्षस्थलं भर्तृगृहं मुरारेः कारुण्यतः कल्पय पद्मवासे लीलागृहं मे हृदयारविन्दं स्तुवन्ति ये स्तुतिभिरमुभिरन्वहं त्रयीमयीं त्रिभुवनमातरं रमां गुणाधिका गुरुतरभाग्यभाजिनः भवन्ति ते भुवि बुधभाविताशयाः भवन्ति ते भुवि बुधभाविताशयाः सुवर्णधारा स्तोत्रं यत् शङ्कराचार्यनिर्मितं त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नित्यं स कुबेरसमो भवेत् स कुबेरसमो भवेत् इति श्रीमद्शङ्करभगवत्कृत कनकधारा स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम. See, today is that in which the Phalashruti says thrice a day, every day when we chant, then one becomes as rich as Kubera. And today again is the day where Bhagavan Kubera is made as Dhanapati. See the connection? Now only we could realize that Kubera became Dhanapati today. Immediately Shankara Bhagavan gave this stotra today only. When we chant, we also become as rich as him. More importantly, whoever are serving the Sanatana Dharma, O Mother, please bless them with all the dhana of the Jnanam as well as Shakti, so that they understand, they spread the Sanatana Dharma Mahima all over the Vishwa. May we see in our own eyes in front of that Bharata Varsha is declared as the Sanatana Dharma Varsha, the country of Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism. May it be declared as Hindu nation, let whole constitution be changed into Hinduism Sanatana Dharma as soon as possible. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandha Muktiritvanyatha Rupam Swarupena Vyavastitihi Athatrayo Vimshodhyayah. Shri Bhagavanu Vachu. Let us chant the chapter 23, 11th Skandha, Bhagavata Mahapuranam from the verse number the 22 onwards. It's a beautiful portion. Om Labdva Janmamara Prarthyam Manushyam Tad Dvijagriyatam Tad Anadrutyaye Swartham Grantiyanti Ashubham Gatim Swargapavargayor Dvaram Prapya Lokamimam Imam Puman Dravine Konusajjeta Martyo Narthasya Dhamani Devarshi Pitrubhutani ज्ञातीन् बन्धूंश्च भागिनः असंविभज्य चात्मानं यक्षवित्तः पतद्यतः व्यर्थयार्थे हया वित्तं प्रमत्तस्य वयोबलं कुशलायेन सिद्ध्यन्ति जरठः किं नु साधये कस्मात् संक्लिश्यते विद्वान् व्यर्थयार्थे हया सकृतो कस्यचित् मायया नूनं लोकोऽयं सुविमोहितः किं धनैर्धनदैर्वा किं कामैर्वा कामदैरुता मृत्युना ग्रस्यमानस्य कर्मभिर्भूत जन्मदैः नूनं मे भगवान् तुष्टः सर्वदेवमयो हरिः येन नीतो दशाम् एतां निर्वेदश्चात्मनः प्लवः सोऽहं कालावशेषेण शोषयिष्येऽङ्गमात्मनः अप्रमत्तो अखिलस्वार्थे यदि स्यात् सिद्ध आत्मनि तत्र माम् अनुमोदेरन् देवास्त्रिभुवनेश्वराः मुहूर्तेन ब्रह्मलोकं खट्वाङ्गः सम साधयतो श्रीभगवानुवाच इत्यभिप्रेत्य मनसा यावन्त्यो द्विजसत्तमः उन्मुच्य हृदयग्रन्थीन् शान्तो भिक्षुरभोन्मुनिः स चचार महीमेतां संयतात्मेन्द्रियानिलः भिक्षार्थं नगरग्रामान् असङ्गो अलक्षितो अविशदो तं वै प्रवयसं भिक्षुम् अवधूतम् असज्जनाः दृष्ट्वा पर्यभवन् भद्रा बह्वीभिः परिभूतिभिः केचित् त्रिवेणुं जगृहुः एके पात्रं कमण्डलुं पीठं चैकेक्षसूत्रं च कन्थां चेराणि केचन प्रदायित पुनस्तानि दर्शितान्याददुर्मुनेः अन्नं च भैक्षसम्पन्नं भुञ्जानस्य सरित्तटे मूत्रयन्ति च पापिष्ठाः श्रीवन्त्यस्य च मूर्धनि यतवाचं वाचयन्ति ताडयन्ति न वक्ति चेत् तर्जयन्त्यपरे वाग्भिः स्तेनोऽयमिति वादिनः बध्नन्ति रज्ज्वां तं केचिद् बध्यताम् इति क्षिपन्ति केव जानन्तः एष धर्मध्वजः षडः क्षीणवित्तः इमां वृत्तिम् अग्रहीत स्वजनोज्झितः अहो एष महासादः सारः धृतिमान् गिरिराडिवा मौनेन साधयत्यर्थं बकवत् दृढनिश्चयः इत्येके विहसन्त्येनम् अन्ये दुर्वातयन्ति च तं बबन्धुर्निरुतुः यथा क्रीडन कन्दुजम् एवं स भौतिकं दुःखं दैविकं दैहिकं च यत भोक्तव्यमात्मनोदिष्टं प्राप्तम् अबुध्यत परिभूत इमां गाथाम् अगायत नराधमैः पातयद्भिः स्वधर्मस्थः धृतिम् आस्थाय सात्विकीम् द्विज उवाच ओम नायं जनो मे सुखदुःखहेतुः न देवतात्मा ग्रहकर्मकालाः मनः परं कारणमामनन्ति संसारचक्रं परिवर्तयेत् यतो मनोगुणान्मयि सृजते बलीयः ततश्च कर्माणि विलक्षणानि शुक्लानि कृष्णान्यतलोहितानि तेभ्यः सवर्णाः श्रुतयो भवन्ति अनीह आत्मा मनसा समीहता हिरण्मयो मत्सक उद्विचष्टे मनः स्वलिङ्गं परिगृह्य कामान् जुषन्निबद्धो गुणसङ्गतोऽसौ दानं स्वधर्मो नियमो यमश्च श्रुतं च कर्माणि च सद्व्रतानि सर्वे मनोनिग्रहलक्षणान्ताः परो हि योगो मनसः समाधिः समाहितं यस्य मनः प्रशान्तं दानादिभिः किं वद तस्य कृत्यम् असंयतं यस्य मनो विनश्यतो दानादिभिश्चेदपरं किमेभिः मनोवशेन्यैः अभवन् स्म देवाः मनश्च नान्यस्य वशं समेति भीष्मो हि देवः सहसः सहीयान् युञ्जाद्वशेतं स हि देवदेवः तं दुर्जयं शत्रुमसह्य वेगम् अरुन्धुतं तन्न विजित्य केचितो कुर्वन्त्य सद्विग्रहमत्र मर्त्यैः मित्राण्युदासीन रिपून विमूढाः देहं मनोमात्रमिमं गृहीत्वा ममाहमित्यं दधियो मनुष्याः एषाहमन्योऽयमिति भ्रमेण दुरन्तपारे तमसि भ्रमन्ते जनस्तु हेतुः सुखदुःखयोश्चेत् किमात्मनश्चात्र हि भौमयोस्तद जिह्वां क्वचित् सन्दशति स्वदद्भिः तद्वेदनायां कथमाय कुप्येत दुःखस्य हेतुर्यदि देवतास्तु किमात्मनस्तत्र विकारयोस्तद यदङ्गमङ्गेन निहन्यते क्वचिदो क्रुध्येत कस्मै पुरुषस्वदेहा आत्मा यदि स्यात् सुखदुःखहेतुः किमन्यतस्तत्र निजस्वभावः न ह्यात्मनोऽन्यदि तत्मृषा स्यात् क्रुध्येत कस्मात् न सुखं न दुःखं ग्रहानिमित्तं सुखदुःखयोश्चेत् किमात्मनोजस्य जनस्य ते वै ग्रहैर्ग्रहस्यैव वदन्ति पीडां क्रुध्येत कस्मै पुरुषस्ततोऽन्यः कर्मास्तु हेतुः सुखदुःखयोश्चेत् किमात्मनस्तद्दिजडाजडत्वे देहस्त्वचित् पुरुषोऽयं सुवर्णः क्रुध्येत कस्मै न हि कर्ममूलम् कालस्तु हेतुः सुखदुःखयोश्चेत् किमात्मनस्तत्र तदात्मकोऽसौ नाग्नेर्हितापो न हिमस्य तत्स्यात् क्रुध्येत कस्मै न परस्य द्वन्द्वं न केनचित् क्वापि कथञ्चनस्य द्वन्द्वोपरागः परतः परस्य यथा महसंसृतिरूपिणः स्यात् एवं प्रबुद्धो न बिभेति भूतैः एतां स आस्थाय परात्मनिष्ठाम् अध्यासितां पूर्वतमैर्महर्षिभिः अहं तरिष्यामि दुरन्तपारं तमो मुकुन्दाङ्घ्रिनिषेवयैव श्रीभगवानुवाच निर्विद्य नष्टद्रविणो गतक्लमः प्रव्रज्य गाम्बर्यटमान इत्थं निराकृतो सद्भिरपि स्वधर्मात् अकम्पितो मुम्मुनिराहगाधां सुखदुःखप्रदो नान्यः पुरुषस्यात्म विभ्रमः मित्रोदासीनरिपवः संसारस्तमसकृतः तस्मात् सर्वात्मना तात निगृहाण मनोधिया मया वेशितया युक्तः एतावान् योगसङ्ग्रहः एतां भिक्षुणा गीतां ब्रह्मनिष्ठां समाहितः धारयन् श्रावयन् शृण्वन् द्वन्द्वैर्नैवाविभूयते इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे त्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः ओम शांति शांति शांति. Today Akshaya Tritiya, something great should be started. So we started Bhikshu Gita learning. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukhaṁ Karoti Vācālam Vangam Langayate Girim यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतपि बन्धुतद्भाग्याः मामामुञ्जितकरचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवतमहापुराणमेकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर् हित्वान्यतारूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितः तत्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच. Salutations to the Lord, to Guru Parampara, to all the Devatas, and you all, and welcome. Yesterday, in this chapter 23, we were learning the learnings of the Bhikshu from his own mistakes of being so much oriented to the Artha Purushartha at the cost of Dharma, even Kama, as well as Moksha, which resulted in even losing the Artha Purushartha or Artham, and even losing the help and relation with all the friends and relatives also. But being a Brahmana could use his intellect, maybe the samskara of earlier janma, maybe some Devata Upasana Krupa, that he could, from that state of mind, think, inquire, and learn so many things and teach us. And what is the essence of all that is? Artham anartham bhavaya nityam nasti tataha sukha leshaha satyam. Learn that. Then, how much ever the artha required for livelihood, that much through dharma we earn. Anything excess wealth is there, in a dharmic manner, may we use that for. Thereafter, our life should be more and more for the moksha purushartha. Why is it so? Because only a human being can, through the bhakti and jnana, get the mukti. And that human janma we got. And also the dvijagriyatam. Dvijagrata means in today's world, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya may not be that much understandable by all. Dvijagrata means who are initiated into the learning or education or intellection. You know, with that we must discriminate what is the best to be gained, what is the ultimate to be gained. So that's what we saw yesterday. Lavdva janma amara prarthyam. Devatas also ask for this human body, that human life, you and I got it. In that also Dvijagrita. Then that anadrutya, not becoming aware that I am a human being, not becoming aware about the possibility of achieving even the moksha purushartha through this human life. Tavan, who is living only for the lower purusha of the artha ityadi, such person is in fact missing the greatest opportunity. Yanti ashubham gatima, he will go into the ashubha gati only. We have seen yesterday how the moksha purushartha makes us freed from artha kama, transcend the dharma. Else, in this dharma artha kama purushartha, artha kama being so oriented with maya, they will first of all make us do the adharma, and because adharma done, only the ashubha gatis we keep on going to. Therefore, what is to be done? A simple picture in my own life. Now, whatever the amount of years we are going to live, for our sustenance, whatever the artha is required, we use it. Kama, make it zero. Dharma, there are minimum things that are there for us to be done as a duty, if depending on your age. Other than that, the entire time is trying to know the self, knowing the truth, knowing the reality, knowing the substratum behind this world. This is how the only way by which we can protect ourselves from the future downfalls. Remember, every moment our activity of speech or the mind or body is sowing the seed for our future. If you sow the seed of Karela, the Karela, what do you say, creeper will come to give Karela only. If you sow the seed of Bada other thing or the mango tree, the mango is going to come. So every moment when we become conscious to sow the seeds, because of which we are developing ourselves in gaining the jnana about Paramatma, and toward that we are living. We are living every moment. Then we are doing prayojanam or artham or benefit or help to ourselves. And in how many ways that is possible is thousands of ways. Listen it from the gurus. Among them, whatever the few ways you have accepted or understood or convinced, walk in that way or the path toward the ultimate truth of moksha. So you like the Nama Smarana, walk on the path of Nama. If you are understanding or inspired by the Bhajana Kirtanam, go in that. If you are interested and inspired That through the upasana I invoke Bhagwan and through his grace I get mukti, involved in the upasana. If you are thinking about or understanding about the path of Chittavrutti Nirodha to know the truth, keep walking on that path. If you are interested in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandram, Dasam, Sakhyam, something we should be convinced about, but all should lead to Paramatma, and that we start doing in whatever the quantity, amount, depth, sincerity possible to us. And if you are convinced about the Vicharana Marga, Atmanatma, Jada Chetana, Drugdrushya, Ekam Anekam, this is the Tattva Chintana Vedanta Marga, Satya and Asatya and Mithya, then take this path of Upanishadic study. By any of the means, keep on traveling. करते रहना इंपॉर्टेंट है. परमात्मा रूपी लक्ष्य को मन में रखना इंपॉर्टेंट. This is what is the meaning of the Brahmana conveying to himself that he did loudly. Somebody has recorded, maybe Lord Krishna only. He has reproduced it for our sake in this great Purana Bhagavatam. Okay. Now, Sargapavargayor Dwaram Prapya Lokam Iman. Puman. Puman means the person who has got capacity to do Purushartha. When he got this human life which can lead to Swarga through the Punyam, Apavarga through the Adhyatmic Sadhana, Dravide Konu Sajjeta. How can other than a foolish person gets entangled in the earning and spending of the Dharvinam Dravyam, and this Dravya which is already expressed so far in last earlier shloka, that Anarthasya Dhamani. कौन मनुष्य है जो अनर्थ का धाम है, उस स्थान पर अनर्थ called as Dravina involves in that having gone the human life in which through punya either one can go to Swarga or Uttamaloka through Adhyatmic sadhana, who can in fact either in this very life through or through Parampara can get the mukti. Now, how detailedly, deeply, or repeatedly we have to think about these two shlokas and their essence, that from within all the non sadhana lifestyle or convictions go away and all the convictions of sadhana come to us. Who can help us here other than Bhagavan Krishna has done his job of giving these mantras in the to Uddhava through him to us. Vyasa Bhagavan has written the book and gave. Entire Guru Parampara sustained this Bhagavad Purana from then till now. And today Puja Gurudev is making us study or know it in Bhagavatam. अब इससे ज़्यादा और कौन कर सकता है हमको? हमारे लिए अभी कुछ करने का है. We only have to do. What to do, sir? Half an hour, close all the doors, put on the light, take pen, paper, then chant these slokas, both of them, 11 times, and write the essence of it. Then what it is conveying, feel for it. Then compare where and what for our entire life is lived for. Then, according to the sloka, what therefore is to be given up, what there is to be taken up. And when should it be started? No more better than this today, Akshaya Tritiya. May the Dwara of Badrinath or Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri or Banke Bihari, Dwarka, all that be opened for us today with this commitment. As we said again, interested in Artha, then Artha earned leads us to Kama. Artha Kama bind us so much that it may make us forget Dharma. We are always away from the moksha. Artha not gained, there is anger, frustration, leading to chori, dakaiti, etc. So the mind, when it is soaked in its interest for the Artha, in all aspects leads to Anartha only. Therefore, our more and more time should be spent only in our sadhana. This way, when we convince ourselves once, twice, thrice, ये नियम बनाओ, आज कल परसों 4 दिन मैं ये बात को दिन में 10 बार याद करता हूँ. दिस इज हाउ इट इज डन. देन मैं 5वें दिन अपने आप को चेक करता हूँ कि हाउ मच ऑफ दिस थॉट हैज sunk in me that the remaining human life of mine is only for adhyatmic sadhana. Then what sadhana has to be done? Then to do that sadhana, the time is required, the energy is required, the attention is required. How to get the time, energy, attention from the same day which is available like everyone for everyone. 24 घंटे मिलते हैं सबको. सो कहाँ से समय चुराना है, कहाँ से कैसे मन को वहां से खींचना है? Is it not? These things we learn and go on putting it. Actually, I tell you, more joyful than reaching the goal is walking on the path. And while walking on the path, in the initial days, there will be a difficulty, but there's an inspiration. But after walking some path, getting habituated to walk that and never giving it up is the highest purushartha which we can do. Keep on, charai Vedi, like from this din and roar of the town atmosphere, we have reached to that pilgrim place. And the Lord is up above the hillock. Then we started walking on that. As we are going away from the worldliness and nearing into the Lord, the peace that is felt inside, the joy that is there. Yes, the body will have its pains because the uphill task. So do the mind senses may demand because of the earlier habits. But despite that, कल समझाते हुए अपने देह को मन को इंद्रियों को one is able to go toward the Lord with the faith that the bliss there is so wonderful. I tell you, that's the greatest achievement. Means what? When I have transcended Artha Kama, I have fulfilled my Dharma Purushartha, and undoubtedly, unhesitatingly, when I am involving in my Kama Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha through my Bhakti and Jnana Sadhana, we are the blessed ones. And we are more blessed when this thought is convincing in us. And nobody can do it for us. Who can do is God and Guru. They can also do only by teaching it. They have taught it. Now it is the ball is in our court. Feel that. This is what is meant by him. Who is the one Martya who will get entangled in the Artha Ityadi, having born as a human being, which is the gateway for Dharma, Swarga and Moksha. And the converse of it is what? If not used for Swarga and Moksha, then we misuse the Dehadi for the Naraka as well as Bandhana. Then as we are talking last couple of days in the morning class also, even 7 8 days back, more strongly spoken about this, even in our Bhagavatam, that please feel these things. It is my life, which knowingly or unknowingly, I only brought it to this stage today. Whether you call it as spoiled or it's okay. Just like that Brahmana. It was his life. He only brought it to that level. Again, it is his life or this is my life where I have to rectify it, beautify it, improve upon it. It is my life. I have to. Only that conviction when it comes and we take that committed responsibility that all the powers, abilities which are there inside and also around, they start appearing in front of us. Make use of them and day by day feel happy for performing as well as improving oneself spiritually. It's my life. Like it is my life, therefore I am doing my Bhagavatadi Katha. It is my life that through this Katha, I am molding my thinking towards the God. It is my life to divinize it that through Bhagavatadi Katha, I am increasing my Shraddha Sharanagati to Bhagavan as well as Tattva Chintanam. And I am equally feeling that self-respect. Though we have not achieved the ultimate, which may take short while, doesn't matter, but it is my life. Again, while doing so, lot of temptations, distractions come. Should we yield to them? Before yielding, again a question. It is your life. Do you want to yield to them and then again go out of this spiritual sadhana track, get into the trap again with the trap of excessive nidra, the trap of excessive worldly indulgence through Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, or get trapped into the objects and the people of the world? Do you want to? Remember, it is your life. Nobody will take responsibility. Bhagavan says, I made you human, I sent you to India, you are a Hindu born, you are sent with a guru, he has taught you all the Shastra, इससे मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? तूने उसका यूज नहीं किया. See, I tell you 2 3 things. बुरा मत मानो. बुरा मतलब it's not a wastage of time. The one even after a repeated frustrations or the miseries gained in the world. Yet, if somebody is not learning from it and changing, he is the worst of all. Okay? The one with repeated dukkha in the world, the one who learns and changes his course of life, thinking that it is my life I have to improve, is a better person. Best person is he who, in advance, imagining that what will happen if I do this or if I do that. Therefore, what is to be done. Today we saw that sloka in Vidura Niti. I don't remember it because we never studied those many times. But didn't it that sloka convey same meaning? Yesterday we chanted and ended with that. Today we started. Those who came before embarking on any activity, what was said? If I do this, what will be the faida? If I don't do this, what is the faida? So too, if I don't do this, what is the do this? What is the luksan? If I don't do, what is the luksan? Having thought over it, then only decide to do or not to do. Do you remember that? किं नु मे स्यात् इदं कृत्वा किं नु मे स्यात् अकृत्यतः इति संचित्य इति संचित्य विद्वान् कुर्याद्वा न वा. अरे वाह, I remember श्लोका. In front of you, if I sit now, याद भी आ जाते हैं. किं नु मे स्यात् इदं कृत्वा किं नु मे स्यात् अकुर्वतः इति संचिन्त्य विद्वान् कुर्याद्वा न वा. So that's why I was so many times we studied it. The pictures that are shown to us in all Puranas about the Naraka Lokas. The descriptions also of the Swarga Loka, and description also of the Mukta Purushas Anubhava. They always have to be studied by us. From that only we get the inspiration to give up the negative path and to take up the right path. The one who sees it in advance only and then before involving in that only changes his course. So he is wise person. Is it not when so many dishes are kept? When you look at them, you should have an idea. कौन सा खाने से तबीयत बिगड़ेगा, कौन सा खाने से ठीक रहेगा, और उसमें भी कितना खाने का. And that much when we stick to that, then we are wise people. But inadvertently, seeing so many things freely available, just like a glutton when we eat them, and leading to all the stomach upsets or BP, sugar and all, then काय का wisdom है? Let us not be vague in this understanding, and don't let us not be in an imagination that let us not be in our imagination, wrong imaginations that our future lives are going to be wonderful and glorious without doing anything for it in this life. Let us not be in imagination that we'll get a better birth, that we'll get more conveniences. क्या कर रहे हो उसके लिए आप बताओ. जस्ट सोचने से नहीं होता, कुछ भी करने से होता है. आर यू डूइंग पुण्य कर्म more and more, then only you can expect swarga or birth in the rich family, etc. Are you living the life of full of values? Then only in a noble, dignified family will be born. Are we pursuing the sadhanas of yoga and bhakti and karma yoga and jnanam? Then only we will be given an opportunity to be born in such a yogi's life, yogi kula, अथवा योगी नाम एवं कुले भवति देवता. क्या हम कर रहे हैं अभी कि आगे के लिए हमें अच्छे चीज मिले? No, it is not as simple as to be rejected. It is so simple that it cannot be neglected, because though it is so simple, but in this only everything is there. That's the meaning of it. Dravine konu sajjeta martyah anarthasya dhamani. All the wealth procurement, then all the sukha bhoga procured in exchange to the wealth should no more be tempting us. Clear? The thoughts of mind, the efforts of the body, the energies of the prana should never be wasted for anything. Only this. How to do this, Swamiji Positive? Every day we are saying, keep 24 hours so busy in your spiritual activities that there is no chance given to the mind even to look here and there. This is a way This is the only way, and this is the only way. I'm telling you with my own effort, with my own experience. Even after keeping 6 classes per day and putting so many hours for other things, yet the mind, like a devil, tries to escape through some or the other available means to enter into the world. देखो, और भी भोग भोग करके मरने के बजाय योग योग करके मरना है. 24 hours fully engaged. Like this, how many janma when we live that all our vasanas go away, all our convictions will become stronger, and all our sadhanas yield the result of blessings of Guru Parampara and Ishvara Tattva, after which alone the truth is revealed to us. Now, we are now at the Y junction. This side, the people of worldliness are there for us to look up to and follow them. This side, the Rishi Muni, great yogi, bhakta, jnanis are there, inspired by whom we can walk that path. At that Y junction, decide where do you want to go. Then we are responsible later on. We can't blame anyone. More and more study these great books of great Mahatmas and get inspired to walk that path. Let us study the stories of Rajarshis, the Brahma Rishis, the Deva Rishis, the Maha Bhaktas, the Jignasus, the Sadhu Purushas. Get only into that thought. If we don't do that, the empty mind we can create for itself. All the Rakshasatva or Bhautikavada, or this mind through senses goes into the other lot of people, then it gets attracted, tempted, distracted, weak, whatever it may, Gaya Satyanash. That will be the portion again, Nayam Janome Sukha Dukha Syat. This chapter is going to give us such a wisdom which will be inspiration for the entire life. Clear? This much is done. Then how to do, how to go about? Bhagavan started telling us, Deva Rushi Pitru Bhutani Nyatin Bandhunscha Bhaginaha Asam Vibhajya Atmanam Yakshavittaha Patatyadaha. Whatever the wealth we have earned, divide to all these people who deserve it, because it is their contribution that we could earn the wealth. What did Devatas do for me in my earning of wealth? It is me who worked hard in that business and I earned it. अरे बाबा, थोड़ा सूक्ष्म बनो ना. You have worked because of your intactness of your indriyas. Who was there behind these indriyas? Who were there for you to allow to do all that? That is called the devatas. They were, how can you say they did not contribute? भाई वो दिखेंगे थोड़ी आपको, नहीं दिखेंगे, दिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो है बस. So again, then what rishis have done for me? Riyar, how can you say that? The wisdom with which you worked, is it your own or what? Whether it is a worldly wisdom or professional wisdom or whatever, that is conceived by the rishis and given to us. Therefore, that wisdom of all your working, etc., is not owned by you. Somebody taught to you, whoever are taught, but it has started with the rishis only. Rishis only gave us all the Vedas in which the moksha purushartha sambandhita jnanam, dharma artha kama sambandhita jnanam are there. Without which jnanam, without that jnanam, you could have not worked and achieved. Therefore, Rishigana, how can you say that their contribution is not there, dear? Then Pitru, is it, without the Pitru Devatas of parents and their parents and all, yeah, we will not get this body, nor we get those identities that I belong to this and that. Having given us chance to be born in those clans or in that family, we are also blessed with the glorious grand tradition of that particular parampara. Like, we are all born as Hindus. Being born as Hindu itself is such a great thing that the parampara shakti of Sanatana Dharma is with us, because of which alone we are able to do some adhyatmika mananam chintanam. How can you say that Pitru Devatas have not helped us? And every one of us belong to the Rishi Parampara. See, we remember that Rishi are not of our Gotra, we stupid fellows. But the Rishi remembers that we belong to his generation. There was some or the other form he is coming and protecting us. Whether you are aware of or not, if you are in Bharadwaja Gotra, the Bharadwaja Rishi is somewhere protecting you by trying to put us on dharmika marga, adhyatmik marga, and also by helping us in whatever the difficulties we are in, and even if we are fallen, the Rishi comes in some form, gives our hand and protects us. That is why every day the Gotra Smarana, the Rishi Samparana, that is what. Go means Indriyas, Tra means Trayate. Those Rishimunis who protect us from the falling at the level of Indriya, etc. by wisdom and knowledge. So Deva, Rishi, Pitro, their contribution in all our earnings and life is there, understood? Then Bhutani. See the other beings, Bhutas. They're all in this. No Bhuta or being is unnecessary in this world. Point one. Point two, every being which is there in this world, even a microbe also, not living only for its own personal sustenance, but with or without its knowledge, it is contributing to the totality, a part of which are you and me. Understood? You and here those bacteria, if they don't convert the milk into the curds, you will never have that yogurt only. If the bacteria is not, whatever is dissolving all the things on the earth, then the neatness, cleanliness, freshness will not come. Within our stomach, how many of the bacteria are there because of which very many systems are working in us? I'm talking about one small microbe, an example of Bhuta. Every one of them, the elephant, the wounds, the chimpanzee, the whatever they may be, directly or indirectly, they are contributing to the presence of the world total in which we are also part. सीधा नहीं तो परंपरा से वो हमारा मदद कर रहे हैं. Farthermost living things. Yeah. If you can't conceive all that, at least the bhutani, the beings around us, in those bhutas, the three things important are the vanaspati, the pakshi, and the pashu. Give that grasam to the pashu. Give some jala and bhojan to the pakshi, and proper watering to the plants, at least few. That's called bhutan. Then the last one is what? Devarshi Pitru Bhutani Jnatin. Never ever neglect our own jnatis of the blood relations close. Because to be born in that way as a brother or sister or son or etc. in that way has given so much of security to us. And the beautiful Ananda, which is not otherwise possible in other yonis like Pashu and all, we get as a human life because as long as the parents are alive, 40 50, उनके बच्चों के रूप में जो आइडेंटिटी है, उनके द्वारा मिला हुआ जो प्रेम है, can you replace it with anything else? In brothers and sisters, when you shared your problems with them, when you sought help from them, when they introduce us कि ये मेरा भाई है या बहन है, कितना आनंद मिला बताओ. Have you noticed all of them? How secured we are because of those people. You will know it when you go and talk to an orphan. Is it not? जिनका कोई है ही नहीं है. Nobody to ask him, nobody to share his problem, nobody to help him. And the faith that is there between these ज्ञाति संबंधी can never be in the world. एक गुरु को faith नहीं रखते लोग, अपने बच्चों का ऊपर faith रखते हैं, अपने माता और पिता के ऊपर faith they have more than the guru and God. Having faith in Guru God is a great achievement which is not ordinary. Do you have more faith on me or your own children? You जो आके सुनते हो बस ऐसे टाइम पास के लिए. You have more faith in them. They have faith more in you, they give joy. Dekho, it's such a rare thing. Can you understand that beautiful, loving relation of the blood relations? It is unimaginable. You can't repay to that by any means. Only thing is what? That concern, feeling that they are my family, my people, and do the best to them. In how many ways they have worked for us, we don't know. Jnati, both the mother and father for the children, and the children for the mother and father. है ना? The children when they call oh mother or father, whatever, the joy of the parents, क्या मजेदार. देखो ये ज्ञातियों का जो आनंद है ना, आजकल जो मिस हो रहा है, कुछ भी है थोड़ा सा, दैट इज ओनली आर्टिफिशियल, ओनली इज मैनिपुलेटेड. द genuinity is going away. You can initiate some of you. Call your all ज्ञातिस. ओनली टू प्रोग्राम्स, तीन प्रोग्राम लगाओ, एक आधा घंटा एक घंटा, ऐसे बस एक दूसरे का पूछताछ. नॉट दैट पूछताछ, जस्ट वेलफेयर फेयरवेल. Then 2.5 hours you have enjoyment of eating food and all. Half an hour you connect all of them to me. I'll talk on one of the Shastra for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. करो ऐसा, purely from the heart, genuinely. No, how much help they get out of it or not, God knows. But the joy which you will get is so much. Because the personality in you is expressing that gratitude to these people who have owned you, loved you, had faith in you, took care of you at various occasions. देखो, कोई बंदा आपको अपने घर कोई फंक्शन के लिए बुलाया, प्यार दिया, उस आनंद का कोई कीमत नहीं होता. इस तरह से ज्ञातीन, देन बंधूंश्च, distant relatives. Then the bhagina. Bhagina is the partners who doesn't fall in all these categories of Deva Rushi Pitrubhuta Jnati Bandhu, but bhagina. All the wealth share with them. If not, you will fall. He is a curse here. Patanti adaha. Adha पद नहीं होना. हो गया. A useless lesson. For us at this age of oldness, this Brahmana is teaching. What is he saying? I will use some abusive language. हे मूर्ख, जब तुम जवान हो, अपने सारे शक्ति, सामर्थ्य इत्यादि instead of using them for your evolution through dharma and moksha, misuse all of them only for the lower things of earth and kama, and as the time passes, which can't be stopped, when you become old, without any further time left, energy left, Oh, Bewakoof, what can you do at that time? See, why I said this is a useless lesson for us? Because we have become Buddha now. ये जवान बंदे को ये पाठ है व्यर्थ या अर्थ ही है या for with whose vaya and balam is wasted जरटः क्यों न साधे अब बूढ़े बनकर क्या करोगे बूढ़ा बनने के बाद अब क्या कर पाओगे सी आई वांट टू टॉक सो मच बट नो एनर्जी इज कमिंग ओल्ड हो गए have to sit for meditation not allowed to do all time energy wasted so this should be a lesson for we old is also keep in the heart so strong that when we are again born by the grace of Lord, right from the beginning, we should only involve on two purusharth, dharma, moksha. Kama any is destructive. Drop. Artha, Bhagavan said he will give, which is required for our sustenance. But keep your doing your dharma and moksha. By living the life of dharma and moksha, even if we don't have sufficient artha given by the Lord, it is better to die rather than giving up dharma moksha, going for artha kama, which may not make us die as a human being, but certainly will kill us as a sadhaka. देखो ये निश्चय होना है हमको when you run for artha kama we may not die but we are already dead as a sadhaka dead for the human opportunity which a human has that type of thinking that type of conviction that type of molding we have to do to ourselves देखो धागा है यू कैन आराम से मोल्ड लो एक पतला सा लक्कड़ है लकड़ी के भी मोल्ड सकते हैं बट एन आयरन रॉड you have to heat it and beat it our personalities are like iron rod stiff with their earlier conviction of artha kama we have to heat them with regular study satsanga and beat them our personality to the nitya nirantara chintana then only mold them through the practice अपने जीवन रूपी इन आयरन रॉड्स को nowadays everything became electrical mechanical but those good olden days see that ironsmith's work of heating and beating so much more harder and tougher than the work of a farmer who plows the land. The land plowing The bull helps him. But in molding the iron, no bull can help. Another man only can help. But man only. खुद गरम करो, खुद उससे मारते मारते अपने जीवन को भी मोल्ड करना अपने हाथ में है. ओके. Here in this next sloka, he is expressing a surprise, a question, a disappointment, a disturbance, all put together. What he says, हे विद्वान or any vidwan, कस्मात् संक्लिश्यते व्यर्थया अर्थइहया, that also asakrit. Why are you entering into the kleshas, dukkhas? That also not once, but again and again. By involving in artha iha, which is vyartha as well as anartha. क्यों? सोचो थोड़ा. कस्मात् संक्लिश्यते हे विद्वान व्यर्थया अर्थ इहया, that also asakrit. Whenever you say here artha, remember artha, money, includes all the objects of the world which can be bought in exchange of artha as well as the indulgence in those artha for the kama. सारे उसमें ऐड करना. बिकॉज नो बडी इंडल्जेस इन द कैश. कोई कैश खाता नहीं, कोई पैसे के ऊपर सोता नहीं, कोई पैसे के ऊपर ट्रैवल नहीं करता. कैश से खाना खरीदता है, पैसा कपड़ा खरीदता है, गाड़ियाँ खरीदता है. So whenever you say artha, it is all objects. And nobody buys a car or food just to see tamasha. He indulges in that, called kama. And a fools like this Brahmana earlier, now he has become wise. He will only earn the artha, not even he uses some of the money for his kama. At least daily routine के लिए भी ठीक यूज नहीं करता. बहुत बड़ा बेवकूफ है. More better than person is earning lot of money and lavishly enjoying. Better than this Nagoba who is sitting on the wealth. That's what Yakshavitta. No, no answer found. But answer found is, but not applicable. Then this Brahmana says, यार मैं भी, सब लोग भी इस विषय में किसी एक शक्ति पावर के द्वारा ठगे गए हैं. कस्यचित मायया नूनम लोकोयम सुमोहितः. The entire world is deluded by the powerful maya of somebody. Now, it has got a lot of things to explain here, but in only one thought we'll say, there are only two things, Bhagavan and his maya. In that, our Purushartha again is only two. Hold on to Bhagavan or don't hold on to Bhagavan. Only these two. If you hold on to Bhagavan, Maya is your gulam, slave. If you don't hold on to Bhagavan, you are the gulam or slave of Maya. Simple calculation. When he said, all of us are deluded by the powerful Maya of someone, immediately answer should be, who's Maya? Question. He's Maya. Is his Maya partial? Point 1. Cannot. Is his Maya binding everyone? No. Then there are some people who are not caught by the Maya. Yeah. Is it because of Lord's partiality? No. Then what's happening then? They use their brain, then they held on to the feet of the Lord. Therefore, they have escaped the Maya. Therefore, what is the way for us? Hold on to feet of the Lord, moksha purushartha, count of the Maya. नहीं किया तो ऐसे it's like a flood. A strong support you hold, you are away from flood, safe, secured. नहीं तो दो बातें फ्लड में, कहाँ जा रहे उसका ठिकाना नहीं होगा. When we are carried away in the flood, where we are being taken at every moment is uncertain. But one thing is certain, that we are going to die. Is it not in the flood? Imagine a person who is caught up. He doesn't know which side is going. He doesn't know. But one thing is known. He will one day submerge or one moment and die only. संसार में भी ऐसे होता है, माया में. Which loka, which deha, where we go, we don't know. But every time we live, we are born only again to die, not to become immortal. If we don't hold on to the Lord, the strong support. Else, the flood of Maya will ensure that where do we go, we don't know, and will ensure that we get destroyed. If this understanding leading to the fear for samsara, leading to the inspiration of the spirituality, doesn't come, nobody can help us. That is what the meaning in this. Then, in these four shlokas, what a powerful conviction, commitment this Brahmana has gained is such an unparalleled thing. So, today being Akshaya Tritiya, auspicious day, I'll chant this literal meaning of this. I'll say the literal meaning, but the Vyakhyanam, Bhashyam, explanation, tomorrow we do, which is very essential. Not that we don't know, but also we don't know so strongly that we mold ourselves for sadhana. Yeah. First he says, Kim dhanaihi dhanadairva. What is the wealth and giver of wealth? Kim kamaihi kamadaiva. What is the use of the bhoga and bhoga giving things beings? Because mrutyuna grasya manasya. We are being consumed by the mrityu. What is the use of this? Third, karma bhirva uta janmadai. What is the use of involving any karma which are only yielding to uttara janma? Okay. Second sloka. With all this loss of money, disrespect from all the people, disregard, hatred, vengeance of all. Yet he says, Nuna me Bhagavan tushtaha. I believe whatever punya or sadhana I might have done in my earlier lives, that the Lord is pleased with me. Are? What are you talking? All wealth is lost. People have forsaken, given you up. You are saying Bhagavan is tushta with you? Yeah. Sarvadeva mayo harihi Bhagavan me tushtaha. How are you saying we lost everything and Bhagavan is tushta with you? Because unless Bhagavan's kripa is there, how can this durdasha will come to me? More than that, how can this vairagya would have come to me, which is out of this durdasha? Yena nitah dasham etam. Ki I am brought into this most frustrating, miserable state of outer life and mind, out of which alone nirvedaha cha atmana plavaha, a beautiful vairagya came, which has now become a boat for me to cross the ocean of samsara. I am telling you, it's Bhagavan's kripa, he says. What a beautiful thought. Yena neetah dashametam निर्वेदः च आत्मनः प्लवः नूनम में भगवान तुष्टः. भगवान मेरे को इतने प्रसन्न हैं कि इतने मुश्किल प्रॉब्लम उन्होंने लाए जिससे मुझे वैराग्य नामक एक बोट मिल गया. See that reconciliation. See how he is taking it positively. Ah, what can be greater lesson than this? Means every day's disappointment, failure, dukkha, cheating done by the people. If it can help us in becoming Vairagi and also Mumukshu. Second sloka I'll talk about Mumukshita. We are really the blessed ones. अब इसको आप पहले भागवत के पोर्शन को जोड़ो. वेर भगवान सेड कि whomever I want to own, I take away everything from them. I take away every support also of him so that he takes me as support. After which, I give myself to him so much later on that he becomes my support, that through him I serve the world. भगवान told all those things. जोड़ो उन बातों को बीच से, फिर अंदर से महसूस करो. No, these are the things we have to contemplate, creating a calm and quiet atmosphere outside and also in the mind, which are lacking nowadays. Everything disturbing, everything rajoguna, everything is bhoga pradhana. Mind is always in that worry, tension, anxiety. Thus, we don't find value to such knowledges. We don't give importance to it. We don't. है ना, कोई बड़ा गवर्नमेंट का हो, गवर्नमेंट को चलाने वाले नेता लोग का हो, गृहस्थ का हो, गृह को चलाने वाले हेड ऑफ द फैमिली का हो, एन इंडिविजुअल का हो जो समस्या में जूझ रहा है, द वन वांट्स टू कम आउट, unless he spares sufficient time and creates a paused or poised mind and contemplates on the problem or issue, he will not find solution. राजा को रुक कर सोचना है, दुस्थिति क्यों है, क्या करे, किसका मदद लेवे. All these we are taught in Vidur Niti, and the examples you can see in all the neighboring countries. क्या हो रहा है श्रीलंका में, क्या हो रहा है पाकिस्तान में, क्या हो रहा है यूएस में, यूक्रेन में, और हमारे देश में क्या हो रहा है. That will teach us. That, but our topic is more than that, our own personal. Find a time, sit there, quieten the mind, take up consciously these shlokas and the meaning of these shloka and contemplate on them. Then get the rasa of it. From that rasa, get inspired. And commitment उस inspiration के बाद. Then take up that commitment at every cost. Then we see why the will say, why will not the lives change? Why will not the mind get molded? Why will not be able to sadhana? Why will not have the experience? सब मिलेगा. Therefore, so aham kala avasheshena. Such me now with the remaining kala in my life. Shoshaishe angamahatmanaha. I will do the tapasya and dry away all my vasanas, all my distractions, rajoguna, bhogasakti, etc. Apramataha. I will become very alert. Akila swarthe. Now my only goal is the ultimate swartha paramatma. Yadi syat, if at all any time is there. Atmani Siddha. Now I'm lucky that I got this conviction. I'll explain this more tomorrow. Tatra, let in that my effort, Maam Anumoderan, may I be empowered by, inspired by, protected by, graced by, empowered by Devaha Tribhuvaneshwaraha, all the gods. In my this new path now, all the Tribhuvaneshwara Devatas be there to protect me, empower me. And I'm sure, confident, I'll change my path and reach the goal because Muhurtena Brahmalokam Katvangaha Samasade. That the Raja Katvanga in one Muhurta Samay only molded himself and discovered the Brahma Tattva. So I will also do. इन 6-7 श्लोकों में ना पूरे जिंदगी के लिए जो मैसेज चाहिए वो सब पड़ा है. But we don't leave it this way adhura. We'll definitely spend little more time to rethink, restart, restudy seriously. Even though I will do here as a vakta the talk, but every shrota should feel it for himself and talk to yourself, at least this portion. When we study tomorrow, but as it's explained already, some of you who have time can before sleep today itself can rethink about all this seriously, sincerely, and get the essence of it and apply it genuinely without neglecting it. Mean business, you know, don't say it's none of my business or your business. No, be professional in this aspect and be helpful. मैं भी करूँगा थोड़ा उसका. अब जितना समय बचा अपना साधना में ही ज़्यादा लगाएंगे. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Today, on the most auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya, I believe with these lessons of Bhagavat Mahapurana, we are much more lucky people than many others. Let us thank all Rishimuni Devatas. Today, in the beginning only, we remembered all of them. That is why they gave us such a beautiful knowledge. Thank you.